Muted. All right, welcome to the VIP Fast Start Zoom. I'm grateful for you asking me, Amber, to host, and I have a couple of my friends on here, Sydney Slayman, another 200K, and Jojo Mozingo, the thriving grandma from down in North Carolina. She is one heck of a teammate, and so I'm excited for you guys to hear from both of them tonight. So let me just start off by saying, if you're brand new, welcome. Your first 14 days is going to be one of the most exciting parts of your journey. So, sometimes it goes so fast and we speed through things and we just want to get to the other side of it. I can remember my first 14 days like it was yesterday, and I've been with this company for a little over 6 years, and it was a really exciting time for me. We're going to give you some tips, and I don't want to say tricks, but some tips and some advice of things that you can add to your journey in the next 14 days to make it that much more successful. So I'll start off by just talking about our company just a little bit. It is a free to join company. I absolutely love that. It is a huge deal in this industry to have a company that's absolutely no strings attached, free to join. So it is absolutely free to join. There are no fees. There's no website fees. There's no monthly fees. There's no fees at all. It's not a pay to play company. It's just come and play with us. And I thoroughly enjoy that. There's no quotas, no sales that you have to do in a monthly time frame. There's no charting. There's no record keeping like that. And you can thrive for free really easy. It's one of the things that attracted me to this company a little over 6 years ago. Was actually the two biggest things were the fact that promoters and customers could thrive for free was mind-blowing to me. And then those VIP bonuses, the VIP 800 and 1600 bonuses, we're going to talk just a little bit about tonight, and how to go through those in your most successful fashion. But those were really attractive to me. I watched the company for a few months before I jumped in. I had a friend, of course, on social media that was posting and annoying the heck out of my Facebook feed. And I never thought in a million years I was going to join her. However, after I saw what the Thrive Experience was doing for a ton of her friends, and I'll be honest with you, I tell this story a lot. Had I not watched her repeatedly post images of people earning their VIP 800 and VIP 1600, and then starting to leak out some of these auto bonuses that her team was earning and she was earning, and then the lifestyle getaways, if she hadn't been posting all of those things, I would have never joined her. I was looking for a business that I could attach my name to, that I felt good about telling other people about. So it was important to me that people could earn really quickly in their first couple of weeks. So I felt like I was doing my justice. I was showing somebody a plan that I felt was doable for most people. And that's what I love about our VIP 800, 1600. It's doable by anybody. And I wasn't with a company like that. So it was really attractive to me that she had so many people earning those bonuses in a 2-week time frame that I felt like I could absolutely attach my name to this. So next was obviously experiencing the product. That, as we know, now that it's been taken away from most of us for 10 days, it is a game changer, and no one ever wants to go another day in their life without it. So thriving for free, how do we do that? So if you aren't aware yet, 2 customers on auto ship, that's all it takes. 2 customers. They don't even have to be 2 new customers every month. It just has to be 2 customers ordering referred by you on auto ship each month, and you get the average of those 2 orders in product credits loaded to your promoter account on the 2nd of the following month. And your customers can have that too. One of my biggest goals right now is to get every single one of my customers thriving for free. And it is absolutely amazing that we can offer that to even our customers. Because the minute someone says, I'm just not sure if I can afford that right now, I just jump in with, that's okay, because we can get it for free for you. And that is such an amazing and cool thing to say to somebody, because I don't know of any other company that has the type of get your product free program that Lavelle offers. The next thing that we usually jump into is the VIP 800, 1600. So I'm going to go for that. And then I'm going to pass over some of our other rewards to Sydney to explain. And then we're going to finish up with some different things that each of us did and do when we're coaching somebody through the VIP 800, 1600 first 14 days. Okay. So VIP 800. When you first click over to being a promoter, if you already have an order in the system, your first 14 days will start. So if you were previously a customer and you click that promoter button, your 14-day time clock starts. If you have never ordered in the system before and you just decide to become a promoter, congratulations. Your 14 days will start once an order is placed in the system. So whether you're ordering your $400 kit, your $200 kit, your $800 kit, any order though will start that 14 days. So what happens in that 14 days? You have the opportunity to earn anywhere between $660-ish to $1,320. And the reason I say ish is because we never know what each person's going to sell. We don't know how many credits you're going to offer as incentives and things like that that can make the product free and not have as much commission on it. Or you might have really big orders for your first few customer orders. And so that's why there's a little bit of ish in there when we say 660 to 1320 ish. So what happens? You start with your promoter kit and you're looking to bring on 2 auto ship customers, 2 auto ship customers for any amount. They just have to be on auto ship. We're hoping that they start with the 3 simple steps, their Thrive experience. And then 2 promoters who ordered their promoter kit. It can be the $200 kit, the $400 kit, or the $800 kit. It just has to be a promoter kit that they get started with. When you do that, as long as all of those sales combined between those 4 people add up to $800 in sales, then you earn what we call the VIP 800. You're going to earn $400 in a cash bonus. You're going to earn commission on all of those products as you normally would when they're sold. And then you're going to earn $100 in product credits that you can use for yourself. You can use to order additional things for samples, or like I like to do, you can use those to incentivize new customers or new promoters to come on board. So that is your VIP 800, and you have 14 days to complete that. Now, what the company says is, if you are really hot and you are like ready to rock and build a business with us, we're going to double down on you. We're going to give you a chance in that 14 days to actually double all of those bonuses. So let's say you got that VIP 800 in your first week or your first 4 days or your first 10 days, and you have time left in that 14. You can generate another $800 in sales between 2 more auto ship customers and 2 more promoters who order those promoter kits. And then you hit VIP 1600. And VIP 1600 means you double that $400 bonus. So now you've got another $400 bonus, making $800 in bonuses. You have more commission on the rest of those product sales, and you have another $100 in product credits that you can use. So all in all, it's somewhere between $660 and $1,320. And that is the logistics of how you do it. I'm going to pass it over to Sydney to talk a little bit about 3 other rewards our company offers. One is within your first 30 days, but then there's some other ones that are ongoing. And then we'll just talk a little bit about our experiences in our first 14 days and some things to maybe help you be successful.
Hello. I will start by saying I have that head cold thing she was just talking about. So if I sound different, that's why. But I feel good. I'm not going to lie, I'm thriving. I had to. So I'm excited to talk about the rest of our bonuses. And I always love to say that the bonuses keep rolling, because when I first looked at this company, I was a major skeptic, and I'll tell you more about that. But the comp plan is what really blew my mind, that they were going to pay people out this well and reward them this well. So the first bonus that Jess was just talking about after the VIP in your first 30 days is now the Maui Gym Bonus. And I think it's really cool because when I first started, it was like cash for an iPad mini. And now it's the Maui Gym, because I really feel like Lavelle wants us to live a life that we deserve with luxury things. And so what they say is, when you hit this bonus, you and your team, $4,000 in sales. So right after you hit VIP in your first 30 days, they're going to give you $399. It's like a little virtual gift card, if you will, to get a pair of Maui gyms. And I got a pair at the leadership retreat, I think, which was almost 3 years ago now. And they are like the best sunglasses I've ever had. And I love really nice things like that I don't have to pay for and I can earn. So that's one of the really cool things that happens right in your first 30 days. And then after that, the next bonus, which is our second rank, is 12K. It's my personal favorite. I'm sure it's lots of other people's favorites as well. But what the company says is when you and your team hit $12,000 in sales, they're going to give you an auto bonus. And right now, they'll give you $300 for whatever you drive, even if you don't drive a car, or they give you $800 towards a luxury vehicle. And the list is so long, but I just remember when I first started, you only had to say like Cadillac, Mercedes, Audi, and Tesla. And now it's like they added Jeep trucks, different kinds of trucks. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know all about all the trucks, but there's trucks on there. And you can get $800 a month towards those vehicles. And honestly, I love that bonus because I've been with the company 6 years just this last week. And we've had 3 vehicles with them. And I never in my life at 26 years old or 27 did I think I would drive an Escalade and somebody else would pay for it. So that's one of the coolest bonuses too, because that's usually the second largest payment in a household. So for our company to be able to take that off of people's backs, off of families' backs and free up some money for them, I absolutely love. And at that rank, and sometimes the first rank, but some of the qualifications are different, that second rank, you also start qualifying for lifestyle getaways. We actually just got back from one. It was in Vegas. It was really fun and warm, unlike Michigan right now. And what they say is 3 to 4 times a year, you're going to go on these trips. And sometimes I believe the one in Punta Cana is all inclusive. So literally you just go and you get there and you don't have to pay for anything. We did in Vegas, but that's okay. You can even earn your flights and get your flights paid for. And then what I love is when you get there, it's really about traveling and enjoying your time. We have one cocktail party. That's it. There's no like convention to sit down in. Sometimes they do like a leadership gathering, but it's always some fun stuff. And it's 3 to 4 days in some of the most beautiful places in the world. And I know a lot of families don't even get to travel like once a year. So for us to be able to do this 3 to 4 times a year, you can't take your kids, so you can have like a momcation and come back and relax. But it's 3 to 4 days usually too. And it's just incredible. I thought Vegas was amazing. It's the first time my husband and I have been on a trip in like 2 years, but we've earned about 17 with the company in 6 years. So I just think it's super cool. We would have never traveled that much. To get into my first 14 days, you'll know why I never traveled much. Was because I used to work at Dollar Tree. So I never got time off to travel. And when I got into this, I was actually a skeptic. We sat down at a table with Jess, ironically at a coffee shop. And when we got signed up, my husband actually just did it behind my back, clicked the promoter, grabbed the promoter kit. And so the way that he was going to prove to me that this whole thing was real and it wasn't just something for me to be a skeptic about was by hitting that VIP 800 and 1600 bonus. I can remember on the way home from a local that he took me to where we got our kit, he was on the phone. I mean, I think we sold out of the $200 kit, which is all we could afford at that time, within minutes. And we were calling Jess like, okay, what are we going to do now? Like, we have no trials and we need to get more products going. So that's one of my top tips for you in your first 14 days is the importance of reaching out, talking to people about what you have. I love Lindsay Coggins. She always says, closed mouths don't get fed. Like you really have to talk about the product you have, make a list of people you can say like, this person's going to need what I have, which is everyone. These people would join a side hustle with me, start something to make extra cash. And then you just start reaching out to those people. On your messenger, pick up your phone. We used to do that a lot more, not so much anymore. It's more behind the screens. And that's one of my other tips is 3-way calls and 3-way chats. I did that in the beginning all the time. I remember calling Jess and I was just like, if I can just remember what she says, I'll just say the same thing to the next person on my team. And it helped me lean on her and build my own confidence before I had it. And I loved it because then I didn't feel overwhelmed with having to know all the stuff about the product and the company. I had someone that was on my team that could help me out. And even to this day, 6 years later, now it's just kind of turned into 3-way chats. I still find that the best form of validation. Almost every single time we're closing some kind of deal, whether we're getting started in the business or they're getting started in the product. So I love having that tool and really utilizing it. And I'll just tell you, and being vulnerable with you, you cannot use it and figure that out, or you can use it and really see how it can take your business to the next level and help so many people in so many different ways. And then my last tip for your first 14 days is sharing on social media. I know sometimes when people get started with stuff, they're confused on what to share, or they they just don't know what to do on Facebook. They're not social media, whatever. Just get a picture of you with your patch, or say that you started something new and you're excited about it. That's such a great way to utilize this platform that we have. I think we all learned in the last 2 years that like life can get a little crazy sometimes. So if you're at home and you're stuck there, what better place to have your business and to be able to share a product that helps people in health and wellness than through social media? So I'm going to pass it back now to you, Jess.
Nope, we'll pass over to JoJo. We'll give her a chance to give some of her tips before I give mine, and then we'll wrap it up. But
Hey
JoJo,
guys.
tell us a little bit about your own personal first 14 days, and then you are an animal, so I want you to just give them your fire. You have some great tips, so I definitely want you to give your absolute fire to them.
Thanks, Jessica. Look, there's something I do want to share that a lot of people don't know. I'm not even sure you know, Jessica. And I don't want y'all to follow my footsteps in this. My first 14 days, I did not hit my VIP. I did not go in. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have the proper training, and we just didn't have the tools that Jessica and Haas and them, the tools that they offer us, guys. You've got to plug in. You have to plug in. The company did a reset. I was 10 months into the business, and the company did a VIP reset. It's been a long time since they did that, so don't follow my footsteps. You run from day one and you get your VIP 800, 1600. They did that reset, and I got my VIP 800 in 4 days. I duplicated that, like Jessica said. I got my 1600. It's doable from the get-go. Start in the gate like your hair is on fire and you're going to run. Go get it, because it can be done. Don't be like me in that aspect. But I waited also. Y'all mentioned the auto bonus. I waited 6 months after I hit my 12K, which leads to when I got that 1600 10 months in, I also hit my 12K the same time. So I was like, oh my God, what in the world is going on? And I just didn't believe it. I didn't believe in this. I didn't believe all this could happen. And it did. But I unfortunately waited 6 months to get my auto bonus. I'm not good at math. So you do the math. I gave up $800 a month for 6 months. And that hurt. And I don't do that. Don't do that. But I've never traveled, never been on a plane until this company, and now I've qualified for 4 lifestyle getaways. Jamaica was the last one, and it was absolutely amazing. I'm going to give you some tips on what I do. The team is pretty fond of it. When you're searching for people to add on Facebook, you'll go to their Facebook. There's 3 dots on their Facebook. You click that dot, and there's going to be an option come up that says search profile. You click that that search profile, and there's some keywords you're going to use. You first want to check and make sure they're not already a Thriver. So you'll type in Thrive, and anytime they have posted anything about Thrive, it'll come up. But my main keywords are weight, sleep, tired, exhausted, and I even put fat as a keyword. I search those, and I add those people. I start adding them, and I don't immediately go into their inbox, but I butter their toast on Facebook. You've got to treat these people like they are people, not a customer. That's that on my searching profile. Stay consistent with that, guys. You got to have some kind of plan. You got to have spreadsheets or papers everywhere. You got to do something and show up for these free trainings. It's free, y'all. It's free. That's it, Jessica.
So JoJo only gave you like this much. Okay, this lady is absolute fire. I was actually just looking through some reports this morning, and something I haven't paid that much attention to in the past is if you look at your auto bonus report, you can see every single person that's ever hit the auto bonus, you can see their entire personal volume that they've brought into the company since they started. And Jojo, I have to tell you, you're the highest on our entire team, and you didn't start with us first. So this lady knows how to sell, and she brings on a lot of customers. And I will say there's a couple different ways you can do this business, right? We're also getting super used to the social media way, but the school I came from was belly to belly, though I totally love the social media route of doing network marketing. It makes it a little bit easier to stay home, do from your phone, do from anywhere. But Jojo is, I'll call her the queen, because Haas is the king on our team of belly to belly, talking to everybody within arm's length of them when they're in public. And she's really good at that. So don't discount doing a lot of reach outs just one-on-one in person and talking to the people who are around you in person. It's definitely not my favorite way of doing it, but there are people who absolutely crush it one-on-one and in person, and it's more personable, and people are more apt to say yes to you when they're there standing in front of your face rather than behind a screen on a computer. One thing that I love to say all the time, and it's been said 1,000 million times, the money is made in Messenger. So we can post all the pretty pictures we want and put all of the cool graphics in our stories, and do all of the posts on social media. But unless we're in Messenger asking the hard questions, it makes it a little bit difficult to have an exploding, booming business. And to earn your VIP 800, 1600, it's definitely going to take some massive conversations, messaging, three-way chats. Just a few notes that I made before this, because I was like, okay, what do I always do? And when I bring a new promoter on, what are some of my top things I want to hit on? When I first started, I had brochures, right? And I mean, we still have access to those brochures, but I just don't have as many of them, or I'm not sitting down and meeting with somebody in person. But when I first started, I would take one of those brochures and sit down with a person in person, or, talk to them over the phone. And I would send them one in their trial. And we would go through the VIP 800, 1600 picture that's on there. And I would have them write down all 4 customer names who they believed were going to be their customers, their first auto ship customers. And then I would have them go write down and fill in the 4 circles on there with names for promoters. Because I personally believe it's just like making a vision board. You're making your VIP 800, 1600 vision board. And if you start putting physical names to it, then you have to reach out to those people, because they're not just going to magically appear in your back office and fill one of those spots. So I still, to this day, we actually made a VIP 800, 1600 sheet. I think there's been plenty of those that have circulated around. Your team probably has one that they use. And filling out those 8 spots with actual physical people who know you, love you, trust you. The know you, love you, trust yous are the ones that will probably help you get to your VIP 800 and 1600 the quickest, because they know you, love you, and trust you. So with that, I would say, go to the people that will support you because you started a new business. I am an entrepreneurial spirit. I've owned multiple businesses. My first customer is always my mom. Okay. So my mom was definitely going to become a thriver. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, 6 years later, she does not live without her thrive. So it was a good choice on her part. She thrives for free. And I even had to, she was out in Vegas, so in a different location, I had to take her some capsules because her order didn't come in time, and she was not going without those. So call the people who are going to support you because you started a new business. You can't underestimate the people in your family and your friend circle who just want to support your new cause. Okay. So I would call on those people first. And then if you can get some orders there as customers or as some promoters, ask them who else they know that you might want to get a trial into their hands. Who do they know that is tired and exhausted? Because let's help them on their journey to thrive for free. So if they can help give you a couple of names of some people that might be your next customers, especially like when it was my mom, if it was a couple of people I was getting trials to that were her friends, I was going to help my mom thrive for free. But all of those customers were going to count for my VIP 800, 1600, because they would still be my customers, even though they were referred by her because she was just a customer. The $400 kit. I, like Sydney, when I first got started, I won't tell my whole story because we don't have time for that. But I sold a Best Buy gift card on eBay to afford my first kit because that's how broke we were at the time. And I have no shame in my game anymore. I was really embarrassed about that in the very beginning. I didn't tell that story very often. I tell it all the time now. So I could only afford to get the $200 kit. And let me tell you what, I didn't thrive for a lot of my first couple of weeks. I knew what it was like because I had sampled, and I knew what it was like because when I first got it, I did a couple of days. But then for the rest of the time, I didn't thrive because it was more important for me to get samples into people's hands than it was for me to thrive myself, because I was excited about this business. Everyone I knew was going to thrive, and I was going to the top. So I wasn't afraid. Also, I was not afraid to talk about the business. I knew why I joined this. The product had to work. Don't get me wrong. I was never going to put my name behind something I didn't feel like worked for me, but I definitely joined this for the business. So I did not have any problem going out and sitting down with my friends that I knew would want to be on this journey with me and saying, hey, I'm going all the way to the top. Watch me or join me. Which do you want? And they knew, they knew, like if I was putting it out that coldly in front of them, they would probably just join me because I was going to go to the top. They wanted to be along for that ride. Be confident in what you're saying. If you know that that's what you're going to do, then tell your friends, this is what I'm going to do. Come with me. I want to drive around matching Escalades together. I want to get matching Lexuses or BMWs. Let's go have some fun. When we meet at the mall to go shopping, everybody's gonna be like, those girls are driving nice cars. Who do you want to go on vacation with? Go grab those people and talk to them about the business. Here's the deal with talking about the business. And I know that as a company, we like to lead with the product, but I'm not afraid to lead with the business, because if somebody decides the business isn't for them, I can always default back to the product and say, I understand that it's not for you. Will you do me a favor and at least try 30 days of this product, though? It has been life-changing for me, and I'd love your opinion on it, and I will help you thrive for free. I just want you to put this in your body for 30 days because you might just change your mind about getting on board with me and promoting. But even if you don't, that's okay. I will help you thrive for free, and I'll help you get healthier. I can always default back to that. So especially in your first 14 days, when one of the harder parts I will say is getting the promoters. The customers aren't that difficult. It's the promoters. I actually had the opposite problem. I had more promoters than customers when I was going for my VIP 1600. I had to go find some more customers because everybody just wanted to join me as a promoter. I hit 4K before I hit the VIP 1600 because I had a lot of promoters coming on board, because I wasn't afraid to lead with the business and tell them about all of the rewards that the company had and how we could go earn a lot of money together. So that is another tip for me. One last one I'll give you. I'm trying to see. I want to make sure there's not another one I had written down that I want to definitely tell you. One last one I'll tell you is, if you got started, like let's say you get started today as a promoter, or you have somebody that gets started on Wednesday, try really hard to help them hit their VIP 800 by that Sunday. And I say that because if they hit by Sunday, they're going to get those product credits loaded to their account for the VIP 800 on Tuesday, and they'll be able to use those towards their VIP 1600. So I, at all costs, if somebody comes on, try to help them hit VIP 800 by that Sunday, so that I know they're going to get a little boost there with $100 in credits that they can either use to order some more sample product. Like me, I was out of product. So I needed it. Or you can take those credits and break them down and offer incentives to new customers to join, $25 off or $15 off or, $10 off, whatever it is, to so many. $25 off to 4 customers. There you go. You get your first 4 customers on auto ship going because you had some credits to offer them. So I tried to do that. And then lastly, I've started to say I would order the $400 kit if I could do it all over again, because now it's a total different game changer. They give you 10 sample mail out credits, or the $800 kit, because they give you 20 sample mail out credits and you can get those samples out. So now if you order the $400 kit, or if you have somebody come on and they order the $400 or the $800 kit, I sit down with that person right away and try to get those samples out into people's hands as fast as humanly possible. Those are the little fishing hooks. Those are the people we can have conversations with about becoming an auto ship customer or becoming a promoter. The faster you get the Thrive into their hands, the faster you can have that conversation and the quicker your VIP run goes. But until people sample the product, it is a little bit harder, unless they know you, love you, trust you, to just click that button and become a promoter, or click that button and become a customer. So I think that's all I have for you guys. I just want to mention that this VIP Fast Start Zoom Happens every single Monday night. It's a different 200K that hosts with different tips and lots of information. So make sure you tune in next Monday night, because Amber will have a set of new guests on here sharing about how to be successful in your first 14 days. I hope we added some value to your business tonight, and you guys have a fabulous week and keep on detoxing.